Good morning, class. Today we are here for the lecture number 2 of revision series of alcohol phenol ether. Okay, so in previous lecture I have explained about the types of alcohol. What is that? Benzylic, arylic, phenylic. All that's I have explained. The monohydric, dihydric, all these things I have explained. So now in continuation of that, let's move to next part, and that is physical properties of alcohol. So for this, we will understand the first topic, that is solubility. Solubility is alcohols are like capable of forming of hydrogen bond. So that's why they are soluble in water. Okay. Now next thing, as the molecular mass increases, since the alkyl group becomes larger, that means non-polar part becomes increases, and hence it resists the formation of hydrogen bond. And that's why solubility goes on decreasing. So yes, of course, that alcohol are very they are capable to form the hydrogen bond with the water, but as the alkyl part increases, it resists the formation of hydrogen bond, and hence the solubility decreases. Solubility decreases when size of alkyl or aryl group increases. That means that is called hydrophobic part. Okay. Now we can see that this is CH3OH methanol. It's no need to learn. Just for knowledge, I have added over here. Methanol, that is infinitely soluble. बहुत ज़्यादा soluble है. Ethanol भी and propanol भी. But after that, if we see that the solubility decreases, okay, and this is, since it is having higher alkyl group, so it becomes almost insoluble in water. So now next topic is boiling point. Obviously, since it is a liquid and having hydrogen bond, that means strong. So it needs more energy to break the bond, and hence have high boiling point. Okay. So since intermolecular hydrogen bond is present between alcohol molecules, and that's why its boiling point is high. So here that we can see that this is ROH. It is forming a hydrogen bond with this another H of another molecule of alcohol, similarly like this. So that's why it needs it needs much energy to break this bond, and hence the boiling point increases. Amongst the isomeric alcohol, the order of boiling point will be primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. Why? What's the reason? Because in the primary alcohol there will be we can see that static hindrance will be less, and it will be easily hydrogen bond will form. But in secondary, tertiary, if we talk about, the static hindrance will increase, and again the non-alkyl part will resist the formation of hydrogen bond, and hence their boiling point will decrease. Yes. So for this isomeric alcohol, the order of boiling point will be primary के सबसे ज़्यादा होगी, secondary, and then tertiary will have the least. Now next is acidic strength of alcohol. Alcohol, although it is having OH group, which shows its basic nature, but the alcohol shows the reaction due to the cleavage of OH bond also. Like this is alcohol, ROH. So if it loses the bond, breaks from here, then it will show the basic character. But this bond can also be break, and due to the cleavage of this bond, it will show its acidic strength because of release of H+ ion. Yes. So the acidic character of alcohol is due to polar nature of OH bond. As alkyl groups have +I effect, therefore electron density on oxygen increases from primary to tertiary alcohol. So that's why we can say that tertiary alcohol will show the least acidic strength, while the primary will show the highest acidic strength. Okay. In other words, we can say that the OH bond in tertiary alcohol is most polar, whereas in where it is least polar in primary alcohol. Thus, the acidic strength of alcohol follows the first this order. The tertiary ROH will have the least one, secondary, primary, and the water, because it is not having any alkyl group, so it will have the highest acidic strength. That means water has more acidic character than the alcohol. Now next thing, we can see that acidic strength of alcohol, that is directly proportional to strength of -I effect. जितना ज़्यादा -I effect होगा, acidic strength increase होगी. Directly proportional to stability of alkoxide ion. That means after releasing the H+ ion, RO- will form. This RO- will form, and higher the stability of this RO-, higher will be the acidic strength of alcohol. Okay, and that is inversely proportional to 1 upon strength of plus I effect. More the plus I effect showing group, lesser will be the acidic strength, and that is the reason that tertiary alcohol will have the least acidic strength, and water or the alcohol, primary alcohol, which is having less plus I effect showing group, will be more acidic. Yes. Now the next thing, that is chemical properties of alcohol. The chemical properties of alcohol can be discussed under the following categories. The first is reaction involving breaking of carbon O bond. Yes, I have explained that this is R, and let me explain this. Then the alcohol can show the reaction involving breaking of this bond. Yes. So it will show its basic character. Yes. And it will also show the reaction involving breaking of oxygen-hydrogen bond. That means this bond also, it can also break, and it will show the acidic strength. Okay. Next, oxidation of alcohol. That means the reaction due to this CH2OH group. This complete will show the reaction. Okay. Next is dehydrogenation of alcohol. That means water will come out. So this OH and the H from this, like we can say that the beta carbon. So that is also called beta elimination. So from there it will show this, and then some miscellaneous reaction of monohydric alcohol that we will do. So all these A, B, C, D, E type reactions we are going to study. So let's start with this. First we will do that reaction involving breaking of carbon-oxygen bond. This will follow the SN reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction. Like very common reactions, these are the common reactions, and that we can easily learn with the flow chart. If ROH reacts with HCl in presence of anhydrous ZnCl2, it will give you RCl. This reaction is also known as Group's process. Yes. While this reagent, this combination of this HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2, this reagent is known as Lucas reagent. And since this halide is going to form, that means it will obviously this ROH bond here, RO bond will break. That means it is going to generate the carbocation. Yes, it is forming carbocation. So higher the stability of carbocation, higher will be the reactivity. Yani ki tertiary alcohol will give the faster reactivity because it will form the tertiary carbocation, isn't it? Tertiary alcohol will give the faster reaction because it is going to generate tertiary carbocation, and hence for the tertiary alcohol, even this anhydrous ZnCl2 is not required. It is that much like we can say reactive. Okay. Next reaction with NaX in presence of H2SO4, and this X will attach over there. So it will form RX and NaHSO4 H2O. Next is PCl5. I have explained how this PCl5 reacts. For PCl5 reaction, we will do like PCl5, we write in this way, PCl3, and then this is Cl and one more Cl on this side. So this bond will break when it reacts with that PCl5. The POCl3 will be the side product. ठीक है, इसके साथ side product POCl3 और HCl बनेगा. And if let me write over here POCl3 with the side product, and if it reacts with the PCl3, it will form the side product H3PO3. Okay, so this thing you have to learn. In both the case, the main product will be RCl only, but the side product will be different. Now next is ROH. If it reacts with PBr2 or PBr3 in presence of, like we will heat this will also give you bromoalkane. Okay, now this is SOCl2 pyridine. If this reaction pyridine or ether, we can say that, which is non-polar reagent we have to take. So then it will give you RCl and SO2 and HCl. And this reaction is known as Darjan's reaction, Darjan's process. So I hope it is clear. Let's move to next. The dehydration of alcohol. How to do this? Dehydration of alcohol will give alkene. Dehydrating agent are conc H2SO4 in presence of heating, obviously KHSO4 heating, H3PO4 heating, anhydrous Al2O3 heating, anhydrous PCl5 heating, anhydrous ZnCl2 heating, BF3 heating, P2O5 heating. So we can use all these reagents. Out of that, the most common dehydrating agent are conc H2SO4, H3PO4, anhydrous Al2O3 and P2O5 heating. This is also anhydrous P2O5 heating. So these are the most commonly used dehydrating agent. Okay. So what it will do, since it is dehydrating agent, so obviously it is quite clear that there will be alpha beta substitution, and from alpha OH will come, and from beta carbon hydrogen will come to form water, and it will form alkene. So ease of dehydration jo hogi, that will be highest in tertiary, then the secondary, then the primary, because the same thing, it is going to form what? Tertiary carbocation. So that's why this tertiary alcohol will give faster reaction. Okay. So this is the point to be learned in this is product formation always takes place by Sedzeff rule. That means Sedzeff rule says that more alkylated alkene will be more stable. So the alkene formed by dehydration should have more alkyl group. That will be the major product. Okay. So like we can see that this one is alpha carbon and this one is beta. This one is also beta. So it can form like one H from this side and OH, then double bond will come over here. This will lead to form this. Yes. And if it is taking this beta hydrogen, then OH and this H will come out and double bond will form over here. This will lead to form this. So as I said that product formation always takes place by Sedzeff rule, and Sedzeff rule says that more alkylated group. So in this case, you can see that one CH3, another CH3, two CH3 are there. But in this case, only one CH3 is there. So this one is more alkylated, hence it will give you the major product. I hope it is clear. Any doubt in this? Okay, let's move to next slide. Now this is the mechanism in presence of acidic medium. How this react? What is the mechanism? Okay, when it reacts with the acidic medium. So even mechanism, elimination, it will follow the Sedzeff rule. Already I have told you. Let's see this mechanism. So this is checking. Is it a tertiary or primary? It is also primary because it is attached with only one carbon. Yes. So we can see that this is oxygen having electron density. The H plus from the acid will come and attack on this because of high electron density over here. So this will this will give you this compound. Now this one is not stable. So what will happen? This bond will shift over here to give the water molecule stable compound, and in this order, it will form carbocation. The carbocation will be here primary. Here methyl shifting will be there because if this methyl comes over here, this will it will lead in the tertiary carbocation formation, isn't it? So what will happen? This is called 1-2 methyl shifting. That means 2 से methyl 1 पे आ जाएगा. Okay. So now this is going to shift over here, and as a product, as a result, this will be the carbocation over here, and this is CH3. Why this methyl shifting occur? Because here it is primary. This one is primary carbocation, and while in this case it is tertiary carbocation, and we all know that tertiary carbocation is more stable than the primary, so that's why methyl shifting will occur over here. Now what will happen? This beta hydrogen, because it needs it follows Sedzeff rule, so obviously this beta hydrogen will come, not this, yes, or not this. So this beta hydrogen, let me write over here like this. Okay, can I write? So what will happen? This H will come over here, H plus with this for the water, and this bond will shift over here to form alkene, and this will form. I hope it is clear. The many students, what they will do, this will like OH, if they will remove from here, and this is H, or they will say that it is not having, beta is only this. In this case, beta is only this, isn't it? This is alpha and this is beta. So beta is not having any hydrogen. So many students can say that this will not even react because beta hydrogen hi nahi hai. But what will happen? This methyl shifting will occur and it will form the carbocation like this, alkene like this. I hope it is clear. Yes. Let's move to next topic, that is reaction involving breaking of oxygen hydrogen bond, which will give you the acidic property of alcohol. So reaction due to acidic character of alcohol. Yes, as I told you, alcohols are acidic in nature because hydrogen is present on electronegative oxygen atoms. So obviously hydrogen becomes here like better living group. It easily lose the that it easily moves from the oxygen. Alcohol is a weaker acid, so obviously जो इसका conjugate base होगा, that will be the strong base. Yes, because we know that weak acid has a strong conjugate base. We have done in class 11th equilibrium. Yes, so this H plus will lose and it will give you the alkoxide, and this is called alkoxide. Whatever number of carbon, according to this, alk will change. Okay, and this become conjugate base, तो ये हो जाएगा strong conjugate base. Okay, so acidity alcohol यहाँ पे, that will be directly proportional to stability of acid anions. जो acid anions बन रहा है उसकी stability पे depend करता है. तो obviously this is going to be strong. So that's why this primary alcohol will be more acidic than the secondary or the tertiary. Yes. So acidity will be here. If अगर हम acid order acidic strength, acidity is not the correct word actually, because always acid should always have the basicity, and bases will have acidity. So acidity is not a correct word, but in many books it is like that only. Okay, so the better word we will use that acidic strength. Acidic strength of alcohol will be highest for primary, then the secondary, then the tertiary. Why it's so? Because primary alcohol will give you the strong conjugate base with respect to secondary, or with compared to secondary or tertiary. Okay, now let's see. Alcohol give following reaction due to breaking of oxygen hydrogen bond. So first let's start with this reaction of metal, and we know that whenever any metal reacts with any acid, it liberates hydrogen gas. So this will, what will happen? This metal is going to react over here. This H will liberate in form of H2 gas, and the metal will attach to this. So it will form metal alkoxide. There will be bond over here, metal alkoxide. Okay. Like M is first group metal होगा. M aluminium, magnesium, zinc. They can use first group किसी भी first group में किसी भी metal को हम ले सकते हैं. Potassium, sodium, Na, cesium, and other groups से अगर हम बात करते हैं तो they can take like it can be aluminium, magnesium, zinc, etc. So like if ROH is going to react with aluminium has 3 valency. So what will happen? It will need 3 ROH. Okay, so let me make it like this, 3 ROH. So then what will happen? This RO3 and Al. Yes, and H2 will liberate as, how many H2 will be there? 3 H2. So let me mark it as a 3/2 H2. Yes. So this becomes aluminium alkoxide, aluminium trialkoxide. This is aluminium trialkoxide or alkoxide, we can say that. Now esterification. Esterification is, we know that whenever the alcohol reacts with acid, in presence of conc H2SO4, it gives the ester, fruity smell like substance, and that is called ester. And this is also a test of alcohol as well as for the carboxylic acid. So there is a one thing important over here which is to be learned, that is why the conc H2SO4 is used over here. Actually, formation of ester is a reversible process. So if we will not use any dehydrating agent, what will happen? This will further like hydrolyze with this and will give the reaction back. That means after this, the H2O जो release हो रहा है, that will again react on this and will give this alcohol and acid back. Okay, so that's why we are supposed to use this, we can say that the strong oxidizing agent as well as the dehydrating agent, which will keep the water away from the product. Okay, so this product will be formed. This product ko now you are like grown up with this, you should not ask this thing that which R will be here and which R will be over here. This is the acid R, the R which is attached with the acid part will be there, and the R which is attached with the hydroxide will be attached with the O of ester. Okay, so now this is mechanism. Let's do the mechanism over here. So now let's do with the mechanism, and this is the mechanism. So this is acid, and here this H plus is coming out from the H2SO4, conc H2SO4. Being this is electron density is high over here, so that's why this H plus will attach over there. Sorry, it will be only 2, not this 3. So this H plus will be attaching over here. Now, since oxygen is losing its lone pair to hydrogen to make a bond over here, so that's why it will have a positive charge. In the next case, what will happen? This bond will break on this oxygen to overcome the deficiency of this oxygen, and it will be over with this lone pair will come over like this, and this will lead the formation of carbocation over here. This is forming electrophilic center carbocation. In the next step, what it will do, this acid, it will lose the H plus over here. Okay, what will happen? This is like nucleophile. This will act as a nucleophile, and here it is electrophilic center, so this will attach to this. So sorry, it is missed over here. This H will be there. Now in the next step, what it will happen, H being better leaving group, this will leave this position and will attach to this oxygen, or we can say that this oxygen, okay, where the electron density is high. So in the next step, this H is coming over here to form this complex. Okay, next water elimination will be there. This bond will break on this to form water. Okay, and it will form a carbocation over here. So at last what will happen, this H being like like we have used this catalyst as a catalyst, so H plus will come out as to form a catalyst over there, and this bond, jo bond yahan pe bacha, that will shift to this to give this ester. So here the ester form. So this is a mechanism for the formation of ester with the reaction of alcohol and acid. It is a reversible acid catalyzed reaction, so and it follows SN1 mechanism. So that's why carbocation formation will take place over here. Okay, and another thing that it is reversible, so that's why acid should be there. Otherwise, it can't stop the reversibility, and the alcohol and acid will get back. Okay, we will get it back. Now, reactivity order. In increasing the size of alkyl group on alcohol part decreases the nucleophilic character because of steric hindrance. Yes, we know that. So, alcohol group act as a nucleophile. If more alkyl group will be there, that means secondary or tertiary we are talking about, it will decrease the nucleophilic character because of more steric hindrance. Now the next is reactivity is directly proportional to steric hindrance in RCOH or ROH. Okay, so reactivity जो होगी दोनों की ही लिए, चाहे वो एसिड की बात करें या अल्कोहल की बात करें, steric hindrance वहाँ पे होगा, and that's why reactivity will be like if it's a more steric hindrance, reactivity will be low. Order of alcohol, primary alcohol, this is super primary actually. Super primary alcohol will have the highest reactivity, then the primary alcohol, then the secondary, and then the tertiary because of less steric hindrance in this. It will have CH3, CH2 group, so better, like more steric hindrance than this. And here the most one, yes. Now the next thing is formation of alkyl nitrile. How this alkyl nitrile formed with the alcohol. So ROH, when this reacts with nitrous acid, okay, this is not nitrile. Nitrile we will do later on. It is nitrite. Okay. So ROH, when it reacts with nitrous acid, HNO2, it will form the alkyl nitrite. What will happen? This will come as a water. This will come as a water, and NO group will attach over there. This O and double bond oxygen will be there, and this is alkyl nitrite. It cannot be alkyl nitro. Okay, if it is reacting, we cannot say nitroalkane because this group carbon is going to attach with the oxygen, so that's why it will be alkyl nitrite, not nitro. Alkylation of alcohol. If we have, if we have to make the nitroalkane, what we are supposed to react? First, we have to convert this into the halide by using PCl5 or any halogenating reagent, and then make it react with the AgNO2. It will give you nitroalkane. Okay. Okay. Next topic is alkylation of alcohol. Like alkyl group attachment on alcohol, so it will form ether. Okay. How it is? ROH, when it reacts with this dimethylene sulfate in presence of NaOH or Cr3IK2CO3, then what will happen? This will give you like the CH3, whatever the alkyl group will be there, accordingly it will form the ether. Okay, this is called alkylation of alcohol. H will be removed by the alkyl group present in this compound. Methylation is mainly used for determination of hydroxyl group in an unknown compound. This is, जो भी हम methylation करते हैं, that is to determine the hydroxyl group in any unknown compound. Okay. Number of hydroxyl group will be equal to molecular weight of methylated ether produced, जो ether बनेगा यहाँ पे, minus molecular weight of reactant upon 14 if we'll do, we will get the number of hydroxyl group कितने थे इस compound में. Okay, so this is the formula. You can use very few question, sometime it is asked in your entrance exam, so you can use this formula. Molecular mass of this ether formed minus molecular mass of this reactant alcohol upon 14 करोगे, you will get the number of OH. That means hydroxyl group कितने थे alcohol में, you will get it. Yes. चलिए, now next is oxidation of alcohol. That means this is the reaction with the CH2OH group. Okay. So this is CH2OH group. This complete is going under reaction. Okay. So if it is secondary alcohol, it will form ketone. 1,2 elimination. What does it mean, 1,2 elimination? That means this alcohol will give the H, and the hydrogen attached with the carbon will give H to form H2, and this will shift over here to make this ketone. So secondary alcohol will give you ketone, primary alcohol will give you aldehyde. Okay, so let's do it. Oxidation of alcohol is dehydrogenation reaction. That means what H2 का निकलना, dehydrogenation, removal of H2. Reaction which is 1,2 elimination reaction, which is also called 1,2 elimination, because 1 से भी hydrogen जा रहा है and 2 second carbon से भी, second molecule atom जो है उससे भी जा रहा है, so that's why it is called 1,2 elimination. So oxidation of alcohol is directly proportional to number of alpha hydrogen. जितना ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ अल्फा हाइड्रोजन होगा उतना ज्यादा अल्कोहल पॉसिबल होगा. नंबर ऑफ अगर अल्फा हाइड्रोजन इज लेस और नहीं है तो ऑक्सीडेशन ऑफ अल्कोहल इज नॉट पॉसिबल. So that's why in this case tertiary alcohol, the alpha hydrogen is not there, so the oxidation is not possible in the tertiary alcohol case. With mild oxidizing agent, in that continuation of oxidation of alcohol we are doing. So if this alcohol undergoes oxidation in presence of mild oxidizing agent, it will give you aldehyde. Here secondary, it will give you ketone. Here tertiary, if you'll do, this is, I said that tertiary, sorry, there will be no hydrogen over here. Since there is no hydrogen, so that's why there will be no reaction. Oxidation is not possible in this case. Okay. Now like X2, Fenton's reagent, Jones reagent, K2Cr2O7 in presence of acid, that should be cold. So these are the mild oxidizing agent. All these are mild oxidizing agent. X2 में in general हम Cl2 और I2 use करते हैं. Fenton's reagent FeSO4 in presence of hydrogen peroxide. Jones reagent जो होता है that is acetone in presence of chromic acid and in dilute BSO4. And this is K2Cr2O7 H plus cold. If we will take hot, it will act as a strong oxidizing agent and it will convert the alcohol directly into acid. Okay. Note PCC. This is again the important one. Reagent. Pyridinium chlorochromate is a selective reagent which converts primary alcohol to aldehyde. This is a selective reagent and it is used for allylic alcohol. What we say, allylic alcohol के लिए ये use होता है, ठीक है? So that will convert into aldehyde. ये best होता है allylic alcohol के लिए to convert into aldehyde. With the strong oxidizing agent, if we talk about, the acid will directly convert into alcohol will directly convert into acid. But the thing is that it should be primary because this acid is primary. Yes. So if the primary alcohol is there and that we are using the strong oxidizing agent, it will directly convert into acid. But if the alcohol is secondary, then on a strong oxidizing, it won't give you acid directly. It will first convert into the ketones, and then ketone undergoes oxidation according to Popov rule. That follows the Popov rule. Okay, this is what does this Popov's rule says? Let me explain this. Whatever the number of carbon will be there in this primary alcohol, the same number of carbon will be there in the acid after strong oxidizing in case of primary. But if it is secondary, so what will happen? This will first oxidize to give the ketone, and this ketone will oxidize into acid according to Popov rule. It says that it will, when ketone undergoes oxidation, it gives a mixture of acid, and the more alkylated group, that CO group, it says that the CO group goes along with the alkyl group which is having less number of carbon. I hope it is clear what I am saying. That CO group, when the ketone undergoes oxidation, then the CO group, the CO carbonyl group, goes along with that alkyl group which is having less number of carbon. So in this case, what it is? In this case, both the carbon are same. So it will go with anyone. Let me take an example of this. Like if it is CH3, like suppose that I have taken this, instead of this compound, I have taken this. So in this case, both the alkyl group are same. So there is no problem with anyone. This carbonyl group will go. So make an acid. How many carbon over there? 2 carbon. So that's why make an acid of 2 carbon. That will be CH3COOH. And how many carbon left on this side? This is 1 carbon only. So make an acid of 1 carbon. What it will be? HCHO. Yes, I hope it is clear. Suppose that instead of this, if it is CH3, C double bond O, and it will be C2H5. Then what will happen? According to Popov rule, this CO group, carbonyl group, will go along with that alkyl group which is having less number of carbon. That means obviously it will go along with this, isn't it? So now count the carbon. How many carbon? 1 and 2. 2 carbon. So make a acid with the 2 carbon. That is CH3COH. Yes. And here on this side, again the 2 carbon left. So make an acid of 2 carbon. That means again the CH3COH. So you can make it 2CH3COH. Clear? So this is Popov rule. The strong oxidizing agent will be alkaline KMnO4. This is called alkaline KMnO4, and it is also known as Bayer's reagent. This is called acidic KMnO4. In presence of heating, we will do. This is K2SCr2O7, warm K2Cr2O7 in presence of acid. And conc HNO3 on heating. So all these will work as a strong oxidizing agent, which will directly convert the primary alcohol into acid, and the secondary alcohol will convert into the ketone, and then after it will convert into the mixture of acid. In this case, secondary alcohol ke case mein, the number of carbon present in the secondary alcohol will not be same. Like the number of carbon which is present in the secondary alcohol and the number of carbon which is present in the acid will not be same. Okay, but if in the case of primary, the number of carbon will be same. Now this is open or oxidation. What it is, this is little extra. So we can say that is selective for secondary alcohol only. but also can oxidize primary alcohol in presence of paraquinone. If we have to oxidize the primary alcohol, we have to use this paraquinone. Otherwise, it is best or it gives the best yield, best result with the secondary alcohol. For example, if this is the secondary alcohol and tertiary butoxide, aluminium tertiary butoxide in presence of acetone we use. So what it will do, it will convert this secondary alcohol को ये convert कर देगा और primary को as it is छोड़ेगा. ठीक है, तो अगर हमें primary को भी करना है तो we have to use a paraquinone, then ये primary को भी कर देगा. Got it? So this is suitable for the selective for the secondary alcohol. Opinor oxidation को हम aluminium tertiary butoxide को अगर हम acetone में लेते हैं, so wherever the secondary alcohol, that will convert into the next oxidized state, that means ketone. Like in this case, you will see that this is primary. Okay. So what will happen if I will use this aluminium tertiary butoxide acetone? So this will convert, here it is CS, this is OCOH. In presence of this paraquinone we have used. अगर हम paraquinone use नहीं करते हैं तो there will be no reaction. This one is paraquinone. If we have used this paraquinone, either you say paraquinone or simply quinone, both are same thing. Okay, so paraquinone use किया, then it can oxidize the primary alcohol also. Otherwise, अगर सिर्फ हम इतना use करते हैं, so it won't be oxidized. Clear? This is per iodate oxidation. So it says that compounds that have hydroxyl group on adjacent atom, that is important. Just mark it. Hydroxyl group on adjacent atom, like vicinal we can say, that undergo oxidation. Cleavage oxidation hoga wahan pe and cleavage bhi hoga. That means the bond is going to break. Which bond? The carbon-carbon bond will break. This breaks the carbon-carbon bond and produced carbonyl compound, that means aldehyde, ketones or acid, when it is treated with the HiO4. So let's do with an example. This is the question, and this is like vicinal alcohol. Okay, so if it reacts with periodic acid, that means oxidize, undergoes oxidation. So what will happen? This is primary alcohol, so it will convert into aldehyde HCHO. Okay, this bond is for sure going to break. Clear? And this one is primary alcohol, so it will form aldehyde, formaldehyde ban gaya. And this one is secondary, so it will form, or simply no need to do that. This will break in the CS3 and this group will form CHO. So that means CS3CHO. Along with this, it will form HiO3 and water. Okay. Now the next reaction, it takes place through a cyclic intermediate. Kaise banta? Let's see. This is like, this is an example. Okay. So HiO4 I have taken. What will happen? This is IO4 over here. So here 1 oxygen, 2 oxygen, 3 oxygen. And what will happen? 1 oxygen with this H2O will come out as a water. Okay. 1 oxygen and this hydrogen will come as the water. And 3 oxygen with this iodine is going to attach over here. Okay. It is going to form a cyclic structure. Now what will happen? This bond is going to break over there and this bond breaks and it will form IO3. Now here whatever the bond shift bacha, that will shift over here, and in this case the bond will shift over here. That means 1 electron, sorry, and this bond is also going to break. So 1 electron from this will shift over here and 1 electron from this will shift over here, so which will make the double bond over here. So this is forming CS3 C double bond OH, and this will form CS3 C double bond O CS3. That means एक ketone बना and दूसरा aldehyde बना, acetaldehyde. In this case, it was primary formaldehyde and acetaldehyde because it was H. Yes, here it is CS3. I hope it is clear. Let's do another reaction, some other examples. This oxidation is useful in determination of a structure, like HiO4 का structure determine करने के लिए we use. This is now adjacent ketone. So what will happen? The ketone, when undergoes reaction with this, so obviously this bond is going to break and it will give you the acid RCOH, R-COH. Okay, along with this HiO3 and water as a side product. Now this one is, you can see that this is also adjacent one. Let me here, this carbon and this carbon. It is, so obviously the bond is going to break. So how it will break? This is first here, this CC bond will break. and it will form this R dash C double bond OHO, CHO. Yes, R dash CHO. So this is the compound we formed over here. And then next is this bond is again going to break. So what will happen? There is this one is first oxidized, will give you ketone. So obviously it is going to ketone, and then ketone will give you the further acid. क्योंकि ketone like जब bond break होगा तो ये ketone नहीं बन पाएगा ना अभी तो. Right now it is secondary. So if one step अगर हम oxidation देखें तो it will first lead in the ketone formation, and then अगर हम इस bond को break करते हैं so this will give you HCOH over here, and next is here this is RCHO. So this one. Got it? So इस type के compounds होंगे. Just what you have to remember that it should be adjacent. Hydroxy group should be at the adjacent one, and CC bond break होगा, and जो OH group है that CHO group, COH group, CH2OH group, you can say that has to be oxidized. I hope it is clear. Now the next is hydrogenation with copper at 573 Kelvin or Ag at 573 Kelvin. It is also called as heated copper or heated silver. Generally हम heated copper use करते हैं for the dehydrogenation, H2 remove करने के लिए. This is also called like let's see, primary alcohol that will give you aldehyde, secondary alcohol will give you ketone. So primary alcohol when heated with this, when reacts with the heated copper, what will happen? The CH2OH group will convert into CHO. Okay. Secondary alcohol will give you ketone. Again the CHOH group is here, that will convert into CO group. Okay. This is not attached with oxygen. Actually ये क्या है? Here this is the structure. Correct structure is like this. Yes. Now if it is tertiary alcohol, this will give you alkene. This is the point to remember. Dehydrogenation will be there, but if it is primary alcohol, heated copper will act as oxidizing agent. Secondary alcohol के लिए it will act as a what we say oxidizing agent. But for the tertiary alcohol it will act as a dehydrating agent, और वहाँ पे dehydration हो जाएगी, and this will lead to form alkene. So CH3, this is the tertiary alcohol. When this copper 573, what will happen? It will alpha beta elimination will be there. This is alpha carbon, this is beta hydrogen. Alpha ka OH and beta ka hydrogen will come out, and it will form the alkene. So this is the point to remember. If primary secondary alcohol, Cu heated copper will act as oxidizing agent, but for tertiary it will give you alkene. Okay. So now this is again ROH. When we react with this HI in presence of red P, it will give you alkene directly. Okay. So this is also a reduction reaction. So these are few reactions of like chemical properties under the chemical properties of alcohol. Still many reactions are left, and that we will do in our next topic as a miscellaneous reactions. And in that we will do some other reactions also, which is not given in your NCERT. So we'll do it in next video. Till then, thank you class.